Take me out to California. Take me out to California. I feel
Well, hello my friends. After 9 days and 2,400 miles of road tripping through California, I am ready to share with you my California road trip guide and thoughts and suggestions and tips. But before I do that, please like, subscribe, and share this channel with your friends. I travel to different states of the United States and explore nature and culture and lifestyle of each destination and share my experiences with you. And the goal is to explore all 50 states.
So take me out to California.
There are many stereotypes floating about California: a golden state and liberal San Francisco, La La Land LA, beaches, but none of them describe the true spirit of California that is shaped by very uniquely diverse nature and culture. Only here in the morning you may enjoy a warm day by the beach and be sipping wine in a winery an hour later. Then drive to a vast and stunning desert with incredible views, and just within a few-hour drive experience a 50-degree temperature drop and see unusual salt formations and lakes. Then explore volcanic wilderness or enjoy redwoods and beautiful small historic towns of North Coast. California is like a force of creative nature, and I will give you my insight about each place to help you decide which one is best for you. You can never go wrong. No matter what you decide, it's going to be an adventure.
So take me out to California, where the sun is always high, where the streets are paved with gold and no one ever gets old. I'll be longing for that day till you come and take me home.
We started our trip in San Diego. Since it is here in Point Loma, Old Mission, and Old Town, West Coast was discovered by Europeans. And if you're looking to spend time on the beach and have access to some great restaurants, variety of cuisines, museums, theaters, or theme parks, the entire area from San Diego all the way to LA is your playground. And I have a whole playlist of videos on Southern California, and I will link it for you in the description. We left the crowds and big city life behind us and drove to the land of incredible desert. We spent the night in Temecula, which is on the way, just an hour from San Diego. Food and wine is their specialty. Temecula is an excellent weekend getaway. Beautiful wineries, slow-paced lifestyle, excellent food choices. Just eat, drink, relax. We got up early in the morning and went balloon chasing. Temecula is known for these hot air balloons. They float so beautifully over wineries. The drive from Temecula to Death Valley is about 3 hours, and as we turned into a long and lonely Death Valley road, it was obvious that we were about to get hit by a sandstorm. It was crazy. You could hear the sand hitting the car. It was hot, dry, and really wild. I swear I can feel the crunch of the dust in my mouth. We stayed at the ranch at Death Valley, and I thought how awesome it was to have a place of comfort and safety and food here for us. To abandon your Sunday in Death Valley is to desert your dessert in a desert. I hope you're laughing. That was so lame. In spite of the storm, we drove to the Badwater Basin, the lowest point in North America, 282 feet below sea level. These are salt flats, so not too much sand flying around, just hot wind, and the sunset was magnificent. Desert is not everyone's favorite. It is extreme, it lacks life, almost like another planet. It is an uncomfortable side of nature that has no mercy on living things. But maybe that's what's so attractive, daring to experience the beauty in which you are irrelevant. You can come, but you must comply, and maybe it will let you fly with the wind. What a glorious morning this was. The ranch at Death Valley Hotel has an Olympic-sized natural 100% spring-fed pool. It is 85 degrees at all times and feels amazing. We spent another half a day exploring the Death Valley, the dunes, the historic inn, and the Artist Drive. The best time to come to Death Valley is spring. The temperature, the weather is just so much more comfortable. And if you get a lot of rain during winter, you actually get to see a lot of flowers. Sometimes they get a super bloom. And also, Death Valley is a designated dark sky area, so they bring in scientists and telescopes. So it is actually a lot of fun. It's a very popular time of the year. Definitely need to make reservations in advance. Not a lot of hotels here, and a lot of people love coming here with RVs, but spaces are getting filled up very quickly too, so keep that in mind. The drive out of Death Valley was smooth and beautiful. We were heading north to a very different side of California, eastern side of Sierra Nevada mountains, and within 3 hours we ascended into 49-degree weather and a stunningly beautiful and different world. My absolute favorite, Mono Lake. I say that you can stop by Mono Lake for a little bit just to take in the beauty and see these tofu formations. It is surprisingly different every time we stop by. I shot this view in July of 2020, but this is how it looks in June 2022. You can also stay here for a few days. There are beautiful hikes and other lakes within 20-minute drive. Lee Vining is the town by Mono Lake, and if you're craving some good quality delicious food, this is a place. Mono Lake entire area is just so creatively beautiful, and it attracts a lot of creative people and chefs including. So I will link in the description some of my favorites. We spent the night in Bridgeport, which is 20 minutes north of Mono Lake, and drove to Bode Historic Park, the ultimate ghost town of Eastern Sierra. The road that led to Bode was like an enhanced example of Northern California. It is so lush and green. We passed by a sheepdog and giant herd of sheep. Gave them right of way, of course. I already did a separate video about Bode. It is truly a gem. I hope you check it out. It is linked in the description. It is a fascinating monument to human life and desires, rises and falls. Definitely worth to stop. The next 2 days we spent exploring the northern part of California. It was about a 5-hour drive to get here from Bode. First night we spent in Susanville, which is about an hour drive before Lassen Volcano National Park. I am from Southern California, and we usually don't drive above that line of Lake Tahoe and Sacramento and Napa Valley, but that entire part of Northern California is absolutely beautiful. I didn't know about Lassen Volcanic Park. I didn't even know we had a volcano in California. The last time it erupted was only in 1915. It was so powerful that people called it the Great Explosion. The park has many excellent hikes. There's a volcanic peak one and mountain meadow. That's the one we did. It was beautiful. And there's a Devil's Kitchen trail with hydrothermal areas. Most hikes are not easy, but very beautiful. I feel like if you're a hiker, you probably would like to stay here for a few days to explore different hikes. But if you're not, you can take a beautiful 30-minute scenic drive from southern to northern entrances or vice versa. You can make a few great stops here. I was impressed that at the end of June, one of the lakes was still frozen. One of the biggest California surprises was this absolutely spectacular waterfall. This is MacArthur-Burney Falls Memorial State Park, the second oldest state park in California. The landscape was created over 1 million years ago by volcanic activity. The water emerges as springs at and above Burney Falls. It is lazy in some places because it comes out from the layered and porous basalt rocks. There's almost constant flow of 100 million gallons a day. I would say that between Lassen National Park and Burney Falls, you will probably spend about a day and a half in the area if you're not hiking. You can also spend some time in Redding, see their famous Sundial Bridge, eat good food. The Volcano National Park at Burney Falls and Redding are about 1 hour away from each other. And my point is, these are excellent road trip stops, not as much for a longer stay if you're not hiking. Can I tell you how heavenly beautiful the northern coastal towns are? Eureka, Ferndale, the Lost Coast, Fort Bragg, Mendocino, Bowling Ball Beach, Ocean, and the Redwood Forest. All these towns and areas are about an hour or two drive from each other. All have different personalities. Eureka is historic and artistic. Ferndale is small, Victorian, and delicious. It is also a gateway to the Lost Coast Drive with some epic views. Fort Bragg is like an understated, unpolished gem. And the Glass Beach is in Fort Bragg, which is so interesting. It has a really cool story. I will link the full video in the description. And then there's Mendocino. We were here in June, the flowers were blooming, and it looked like a piece of heaven, a pure perfection. Many artists move here, so you will find many shops and great restaurants, high quality food, absolutely beautiful. I think what I would do if I weren't just passing here, I would probably stay in one nice place, either Mendocino or Fort Bragg, depending on what feel and price range you're looking for, and enjoy the slow pace and food and shops, do some hikes or stay at the beach, and check out the other towns in the area. Fort Bragg and Mendocino are only 15 minutes away from each other. Another hour south of Mendocino is a Bowling Ball Beach. Also very neat. Not a soul was there. Same with Lost Coast Drive. It was an interesting feeling to have an entire beach to yourself. The last part of California we tapped into is the wineries north of Napa Valley. We stayed in Healdsburg and checked out Coppola Winery. It is a small, bustling town with a big, creative culinary energy. So it was all about food and wine. But this is already a city, and it was a good place, a stepping stone to start transitioning our mindset to busy life at home. I just wanted to say that it was a fabulous road trip. A lot of days, a lot of places, a lot of hotels, but at the same time, trip is nothing unless you have a really good crew traveling with you, especially with road trips. It's very important that everybody's kind of just as excited as you are, on the same page, enjoying everywhere you go, enjoying exploring. So that's definitely if any tip I would ever give to anybody for a road trip is to have the right group of people to travel with.
Take me out to California. Take me out to California. I feel the day is coming to an end.
Now, can you believe that after all this time, we only covered a little bit more than 1/3 of California? We still have the entire Napa Valley, and then the West Coast drive all the way from like Monterey to Los Angeles area. There's also the central part of California, like from the top, if you start at Sacramento and then you go all the way down, there's Yosemite Park, and there's Sequoia Park, Kings Parks. I've done videos on these places and I will link them in the description for you, but it is incredible to think how stunningly creative and diverse the entire state of California is.
Here I come.
Well, this is it, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share the video and channel with your friends. Any activity really helps YouTube to pick up the channel and share it with other people. Also, there's another way to help is by contributing to Patreon. It really helps me to allocate resources towards those travels and making the videos for you. And link is in the description, but there's no obligation. And yeah, once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.